What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Whoa, playback was real. Welcome back to another episode of Nosebleed Section. I'm your host, and you can see as my name says, it was a very rough week of picking for me. I think Paul, you did better than me. Is that right, Paul? I think you did. I think you kind of crushed me this past week.
I have to look at it. I think so. I think it wasn't by much. It wasn't by much, but it was like it was there. Um, the
Like,
big one that got us. There was a lot of games that caught us surprise. Um, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm waiting for this to
yeah,
load
like
up.
it was just. I don't know. I know we started talking like midway through the Sunday, and it was just like. Yeah, got this one wrong. Got this one wrong. Got this one wrong too. Like
Yeah.
it was
So
like I don't
so
know what happened. Like what went on. I don't know. It was bad. It was just a
it.
bad week.
So the big one was the Bills game and the Chiefs game. Those two were the big ones that caught us. We both picked the Bills and the Chiefs. And what the heck, the Chiefs, the Colts decided to play defense and offense this weekend. I mean, you can say the Chiefs had their issues, but I mean, the Colts still have to play and put up the points and play defense. So yeah, I was just baffled on that one. I was like, yo,
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't know. Like the Bills, we all saw. We all saw where the offensive coordinator at the end of the game, up in the booth. Open the booth, just slamming and throwing all his stuff everywhere to the point they have to block the camera.
yo,
But I
Ken
mean, like,
Dorsey, man, Ken Dorsey was not having it. I was like,
that
damn, boy, come on, homie, chill. It's not that deep.
was hilarious. Sorry,
Yo,
like, like I'd have been pissed too. Like, but it was hilarious. Like, that man was just, oh my god, he was going crazy. But I mean, like, we are all saying it. Like, I'm sure the entire world, and I'm sure even like in the group chat, we're all just like, "Yo, get out of bounds, get out of bounds!" Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, get like run out. Like, why are you staying in bounds trying to get extra yards? Like,
they had no timeouts. Like
right?
that's
Like,
awareness. He was not aware of the situation.
no awareness at all.
Like if he was running out of bounds, they got tackled on the way there. Okay, fine, that's not your fault. But the fact that you were going out of bounds, then cut back in, was like that's why they were mad. I'm sure, like if he was going out of bounds and he got tackled in bounds, then you can't blame the guy. He got tackled in bounds. He was doing the right thing by going out of bounds.
Right?
But my man had a brain fart, and it went like,
Yo,
whoop, whoop.
even like you saw Josh Allen and you saw everybody like they were trying to like spike the ball, whatever. And like it was just like it was just over. It was just over. Like we all counted the time. We were all just like, "Yo, my man, get out of bounds! What are you doing?" Like, oh my gosh.
All right, Joe. So this weekend you went 4-12. I went 8-7, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't even want to know what I missed on. Like, I don't
Well,
even
I,
want to
I,
know.
I picked a surprise pick on the. That was one of the surprises I picked was the Titans. It was a surprise one that worked out for me. You know, the you picked the Jags, which I didn't think was going to happen, but you picked them. That worked out for you. The Battle of the Birds, it was either or Seahawks or Falcons, and I got lucky on that one. And in a very very ugly game between the Niners and the Broncos pulled that one out. That was an ugly game. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was like 7-5,
11
and
to 10.
like
It was
Who's
like a
ever gonna
baseball
call
game.
that? Yeah, like it was so ugly. It
Oh
was like
shit!
it was like 7-5, and midway through like the third quarter, I was like, nah, I don't want this. I'm not even gonna watch this. Like, I fell asleep on it.
You did
Seven to
too.
five. Yeah, like
The only thing that kept me interested in watching it was I have ESPN Plus, so I put in the Manning show. The Mannings kept me interested and
the
awake.
Manning cast is always like the best.
It
I
is.
always watch. I always watch the Manning cast now. I don't have any time to watch Troy Aikman and Joe Buck.
It's not
Like,
that they're not Trey and Joe Buck are bad, but it's like when you got a game like this,
well, no, they're
you
bad.
need you need to. Well, I don't. They're all right. I'd rather take. I'll take Troy Aikman and Joe Buck over anybody with Tony Romo.
Oh no, you're on your own with that. Tony Romo actually knows what he's talking about. Like, and he actually can call a. He can actually talk a good, like, talk a bit. Like Troy Aikman, to me, Troy Aikman, it could be like, again, it could be like the game was. It could be the Broncos versus, like, who is it? The Broncos and the Niners. It could
Yeah.
be the Broncos and the Niners, and Troy Aikman somehow goes back to talking about how the Cowboys are the best franchise in sports history, not even NFL history. Like, and that's just like, how did you get back to this? Like, to talk about the Broncos and the Niners, like
It's
the
them
defenses are
concussions, man.
playing,
He
like,
got bad the
like
sauce.
that's what he does. That's what he does. Like, that's why he, like, opened his mouth about the Giants last week, and I'm just like, bro, shut up. Nobody cares. Like nobody cares what you're talking about because you're a horrible broadcaster. You like you're okay, but Joe Buck is just terrible. Like, he's like almost Booger McFarlane level to me. Or
Damn.
Booger McFarlane, he almost is Booger McFarlane level. Only thing that makes Booger McFarlane worse is that Booger McFarlane's like Captain Obvious. Like, that's what Booger McFarlane. Booger McFarlane sits here and he's just like, "Hey guys, it's Monday night and we're playing football on a football field. I'm Booger McFarlane. Two teams are going to play tonight. One team's going to win. One team's going to lose, or they can tie." And everybody's just like, "Thanks, Booger." Like, that's what Booger McFarlane is. Like, Trick Aikman to me, or Buck is like a step above him. So, like, I'm sorry, but like, I cannot watch the guys on the broadcast. I will sit here and I will watch Peyton and Eli to the death of me when it comes to to Monday night games. I will watch those two. They'll have interesting guests on. They'll talk about stuff in sports. They'll talk about the game. They'll talk about anything else going on in their life. Peyton and Eli will run to the chalkboard or the whiteboard, start writing plays up, talking about, oh, they should have the team showed a zone, but they really hit it well, and it was actually playing man, and they jumped this, and the quarterback read it wrong. They tricked the QB, blah blah. This should have read this, or I would have thought to run this type of route. Like, they really sit here and break the game down. Like, I can actually, I follow it and I love it. I will not watch ESPN anymore. It's just people bashing people and people talking about irrelevant crap. It's like
It's
there's no
ESPN,
reason.
bro. ESPN on a different level
Yeah,
nowadays, man. It's
it
not like it
is.
used to be when we were growing up.
Not at all. Not at all. Like, yeah, it's the Broncos Niners, and you're talking about like, oh, that 5 yard run reminded me of Emmitt Smith when he broke a 5 yard touchdown run back in 1990. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Nobody cares. Like, talk about the Broncos or talk about the Niners. Stop talking about these other teams. Like, be relevant to what I'm watching. So I'll sit there here and watch those guys on mute. I don't want to hear it. Like, those just are not. Anyway, that's my rant on Joe Buck and Troy Aikman's terrible broadcast abilities. Um, in review, I sucked last week, hence the name Rough Week. I thought my picks would have been much better than they did,
So
so now
so you
I
know what
have
he
some
does?
redemption.
You know what he did? He just sent me a video of somebody making collard greens and putting almonds in it.
Feel my pain. Feel my pain. Did you
No,
watch that?
man.
Did
Yes,
you
I
watch the
did.
video? Good,
Yes.
good. Feel
Oh,
what I felt. I was disgusted with life. Disgusted with life. You're gonna make
how
a.
do you ruin? Why would you put almond in collard greens, bro? Why?
They started off so well. They
It's
had
like putting
bacon.
raisins in potato salad.
Like, they started off so well. They've had bacon. They had the collard greens, and it was great. And then you put what,
Some other
almonds
stuff.
and walnuts in your. Come on, bro. Like a whole entire chopped onion. Too much. Too much. Like too much. We're getting off topic.
Sorry,
Let's.
sorry. It just.
I
I
just
like
need you to
collard
feel
greens.
my pain.
I like collard greens, and then just like you messed it up. Like, why would you do that? Why? Just don't just
Because
put it.
because I'm in pain. I felt pain. I need you to feel how I feel
It's
right
like
now.
you grab that dish and you put it to the side with the potato salad with the raisins.
Yes.
It
Yes.
goes over there,
How
and
to
it
eat
stays over there.
it's like the meme how to eat these greens in the garbage.
Yes.
Like that's how you eat them. That's how you eat
Uh,
those. Jesus, Lord and Zion.
oh man.
Anyway. Like I said, you read the records off. Not great. Let's move on to this week, please. Let's move on. What are
All
our matches looking like?
right, let's bring it up real quick. Bam.
Where are we going for tomorrow night? Let's see where we're at, what we're doing. All right,
Move. Let's go.
here we go. Here we
Like
go.
this here.
What we got? What's our Thursday night matchup looking like, Paul?
The Dolphins at the Bengals. We can't call them Bungles no more because they won a game already. Beat my freaking Jets, man. You know what? We're moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Dolphins, Bengals. See, somebody told me about this game earlier, and I was really about to be like, "Oh, Dolphins all the way." And then it is home for the Bengals, and they're wearing their all whites for the first time. So look good, feel good, play good.
Yes.
So I am tempted, very tempted to take the Bengals on this one, simply for the fact that they're going to come out with all new stuff, new white helmets, new white jerseys, pants, all that stuff. Um, that being said, I'm going to live and die on my gut, and my gut is telling me the Dolphins. So I'm going to go with Dolphins this week. But
All right.
why?
Are you sure about that?
I'm just going to live and die with my gut at this point.
I'm
I
going with
went
the
4 and
Bengals.
12 last week. Like, what do you want me to do?
I'm going with the Bengals because of the fact that Tua somehow miraculously didn't get a concussion in that game against the Bills, even though we saw him get up, stumble, go like this with his head. That wasn't a concussion. That was his back. His back went out. He was, he was back went out. He got a
Right,
chiropractor with just his back, and he was
right.
good to go. That wasn't his back. But the NFL's investigating everything. They're looking into all of this, and they're going to see what's going to happen. And yeah, I don't think he's going to play. If he does, he might get knocked out again. And instead of being out for a week or two, he will be out longer. Dolphins should just let it go, let it be. He has a concussion. Put him to the side. Just let him get healthy.
Listen,
I'll give him credit. He's been playing really good. The last thing you need is that hot hand to be sat down because of concussion protocol. That he got 2 concussions in 2 weeks, and now you're not out 1 week or 2. Now you're out like a whole month. And a month in football is a long time.
listen. If Tua don't play, then I'm obviously going Bengals here. It's like there's no point. I'm not gonna go Dolphins if Tua's not playing. Like if Tua plays, then I'm gonna probably stick with I'm gonna probably stick with the Dolphins. But if he don't play, no, that changes everything. Like, I'm sorry, it just changes everything. There's no
But you're
point.
locked in. You're locked in for the Dolphins, though.
If Tua plays, I got the Dolphins.
There is nothing there. Reports right now has him playing, but like I
And I
said,
got the Dolphins.
he may get
Subject
knocked
to
out.
change.
He
Put
may
an
get knocked
asterisk
out.
next to it.
And there's no asterisk.
I'll put an asterisk next to that.
It's
If,
locked in.
if, if Tua goes down, I'm switching that ballot over.
Next game we have the Vikings at the Saints, which is interesting because the Saints took some injuries to the receivers this week. I think they'll be playing, probably questionable right now. Landry and Michael Thomas. Interesting thing is that with those two guys, they still haven't had a good game. They have decent games here and there, but not where like you're impressed. Where like, yeah, Saints are gonna compete with the Bucks. the Bucks have had their own issues separately, but I think that division still belongs to the Bucks. But the Saints haven't shown anything so far as of yet to say they can compete in that division. The Vikings are there, but the thing Dalvin Cook just separated his shoulder, so he may be out for a while. So I'm going with the Saints.
This one is so tough because this one is so tough because again, like you said, like the Saints sat up here and lost last week, and it was just like it was just an ugly game. And then you said, and they took on a whole bunch of and they took on a whole bunch of injuries. But like, I just don't think the Vikings are that good. Like, I just honestly don't. I sit up here and I sit up here and Kirk, your boy Kirk Cousins is gonna Kirk Cousins, and I
Yes,
think
he is.
uh, I think Justin Jefferson is gonna get he's gonna get his touches. But other than that, I'm like, it's whatever to me. I don't think the Vikings are that good. Um, I'm gonna follow you up on this one. I'm gonna go Saints on this one.
You don't want the
Wait,
Saints as
well,
well?
I'm going Saints. I gotta go Saints on this one.
Okay. All right.
What we
Yeah,
gotta do
the
next?
Vikings are kind of like you just if to me, if you're a betting person, the Vikings are hard to figure out. Like where you can say
Right,
they're definitely gonna win this one or they're gonna lose this one. Like it's you just don't know what you're getting with them. Like we could end up being wrong and they're gonna win this one, or we could be right and they're just gonna pull this out. And like I said,
right.
Dalvin Cook just separated his shoulder. He's gonna be playing with that the I forgot that piece called that keeps his shoulder in.
The little brace or whatever it is.
Yeah, that brace thing. So he's gonna play with that one. That's why he missed like the majority of the game last week because it popped out and they literally popped it back in during the game. Hey, yeah, pop, cut.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, apparently what I've been told is that once you separate your shoulder, I don't know if it's one time or if it's after a few times, you can literally pop it in and out like nothing. So
Sounds gross.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It sounds
Next,
gross.
the Browns at the Falcons. What are you thinking,
Oh,
Joe?
like I'm gonna go Browns here, but like Jesus, if the Browns lose this game, like I don't know football if the Browns lose this one. I just don't. I don't know. Like Atlanta's just not good. Atlanta has two people. They have Drake London and they have Kyle Pitts. Like I mean Cordell Patterson does a bit for him, but like I don't know. Like I don't know. Their offensive line is shaky at best. The Browns front seven should have a field day against them. You got Mariota and you got Desmond Ritter. People are calling on Desmond Ritter to start soon, but like I just got to go with the Browns on this one. I think the Browns are. I think they have a run game that the Falcons aren't going to be able to stop between Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. They got some. They got some pretty solid, receiver weapons. Their tight ends. The tight ends group is probably one of the better ones in the league, and they're all very young. Their O line is always good. O line is like one of the better ones in the NFL. So I want to go Browns on this one. I think they win.
All right, I got two of my boys. My boy Magaha, Magaha, the one that had to show me the money, the Browns
Mm-hmm.
fan, and I got my man over in Denver, C Bob. You know, he's a Falcons fan. So two of my boys, like y'all can't be mad, y'all can't be upset. C Bob, I'm going with your Falcons, even though like I wasn't telling you, Samoans are not meant to play quarterback. That brother's too slim. He's too small to play quarterback. Samoans are not meant to be that way. If he's like that, he should be a wrestler. He's not supposed to be quarterback. Samoan's supposed to be on the line. I'm going to get some hate from the island Samoa. But it's the truth, brother.
On the line. Oh my god.
uh, but I will go with the Falcons because,
Really?
yeah, I don't trust the Browns right now. Like their play is just like the Vikings. It's erratic. They beat the Steelers. They lost to the Jets. They okay. They barely beat the Panthers. They gave up the game to the Jets. They beat the Steelers. Like it's not like that crazy. So it's like they're winning. They're winning games they were supposed to win, but not how they're supposed to win. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they lost the game they were supposed to win. So I don't have faith in the Browns. And even when Deshaun comes back, I'm gonna say this right now, it's not gonna be any different because that man hasn't played in over like a year already.
I don't have faith in the Falcons. I don't
The
know.
Falcons is a different story. The Falcons are literally in rebuild mode because they literally put all the money in the way, and they just have to rebuild everything. So I have more faith in the Falcons because of the fact they're just rebuilding everything. I just have no faith in the Browns because it's the Browns.
Fair, fair, I guess.
I can't go to Cleveland now. I can't go to Cleveland now.
Nah, you can't go to Cleveland. Like, don't ever step foot in that city.
No, no. And I've actually been to Cleveland once before too already. So
Before you start talking all this shit.
I had to. I had to. I've been to Philly before I talked all that shit.
Oh nah, I be rolling up in Philly. I don't care.
I've been to
I,
Carolina before.
I don't care. Come
I
see about me.
no
That
wait. Uh, uh, no, I didn't go to Dallas. Those Dallas fans at the Philly airport. My bad. Yeah, those were Dallas fans at the Philly airport. It made it seem like I was in Dallas though because there's so many Dallas fans. All right, next game. The Bills at the Ravens. This is a good game right here. This is a good game.
yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is really gonna be a good
Whew.
one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's be interesting to watch. You got two elite quarterbacks, top 5 quarterbacks in the league. If some people might say top 10, but it's okay. Depends on your preference. Doesn't matter. It's your list. However you want to put it.
Mm, where you going?
I don't know. This is tough because Lamar is having a hell of a start of a season. That man's throwing and passing the ball. He's scoring touchdowns in the air and on the ground. The Bills literally lost the game because of a mistake by McKenzie. If not, they would have been 4-0.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with either pick, but as much as I'm hate to say this because they're in my division, I think the Bills are going to win this game. They could lose it. Like you're okay either way. Like it's the tough one. Like I think the Bills are going to win this one.
Yeah, I'm going the Bills on this one. I just I don't see anybody stopping the Bills besides himself. Like you said last week, I feel like they're going down to score and win the game, and McKenzie just screwed it up.
Brain
Like,
fart.
yeah, like I don't see them. I don't see them losing. There's not really a team that I see that's better than them or anything that could be like, oh yeah, like they're gonna beat the Bills this week. I don't really see a team, at least thus far. It's the only people that can beat the Bills are now themselves. And like I said, they shouldn't have lost. They shouldn't have lost last week. So I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yeah. Next game we got.
Man, give me Dallas and keep it moving. Give me Dallas. We're not about to waste time on this. Like we're not about to waste time on this. Give me Dallas and let's keep it moving. Like
As crazy as it sounds, I will agree, and the reason being because Cooper, I don't remember his name.
Cooper Rush.
Alkaline battery, like silver. I
This
don't know what
man's
his
an
mama name
alkaline
was.
battery.
He's playing pretty good. He's playing pretty good. He's doing it. He's not wowing you, but he's doing enough to win the game. All you can ask for, you know.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for. So, Cowboys as well. Lions at the Seahawks.
I don't know. I'm gonna go out with a limb and say the Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions on this one. That's what I'm gonna do. Like Geno's come back down to earth, and like their run game is decent, but still that Seattle offensive line. Their defense is all right. Gino, like I said, Gino is Gino. I'm just, I don't know. I don't see the and like I said, the Lions actually are actually on like an up and coming kind of. I feel they're up and coming. To be honest, like I feel like they're sitting up here and they're putting some pieces together. They're stringing stuff together. Penny Sewell's is becoming like a top tier right tackle, and I gotta see if Amon Ra and St. Brown is playing because that's going to be really big. It's going to be a huge factor into whether they win or lose. But
He's supposed to be.
I gotta see if he's playing. If he's playing, then I'm actually going to let me look at it right now. If he's playing, then I'm definitely going with the Lions. Like they hung close. From everything I see, I don't see anything of them not playing. They hung close with the Eagles week one. They put up 35 points. They've been looking pretty decent. So I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one.
Yeah, and this the thing is they took some injuries, and so far, this is from 4 days ago. I think it is. No, 28. Sorry, that's what today, right? Yeah, so it's 4 hours ago. Sorry, not 4 days ago. 4 hours ago. From Detroit News, not practicing for the Lions were running back DeAndre Swift, wide receivers Amon Ra, St. Brown, and Josh Reynolds, offensive lineman Frank Ragnow and Jonah Jackson, tight end T.J. Hawkinson, linebacker Chris Board, defensive lineman John Kaminsky, cornerback Bobby Price, and kicker Austin Siebert. So it's not that they're not playing; they probably just rather have them not practice as to like recover. But those skill positions are actually important. I mean, you have DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, but Jamal Williams going to take bigger load because Swift and his injury.
Yeah, he did last week.
You
He
have
he,
that
he did.
that linebacker. What's his name? Oh, what's his name?
Who for the Lions?
The linebacker. Chris Board. Is he a weak side linebacker?
Chris Board is he on the Lions right now?
He's a linebacker. Yeah, he's on the lines. Because if he is, it wouldn't be that much of a big deal because they have Rodrigo over there.
He must have like. I feel like he must have like just signed his off season.
Let me check the depth chart.
Mm-mm. I mean, as of
Okay.
now, he's not doing too much. From what I see, he only has about 9 tackles on the season, so I don't think it would be that big of a
Oh,
factor.
forget it. Forget it. Rodrigo is actually the starting weak side linebacker.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
Yeah,
Malcolm Rodriguez.
yeah. They call
Oh
him
yeah,
Rodrigo.
oh yeah.
But Chris Board is his backup pretty much. Yeah, apparently he won the starting position over there. So he's a weak side linebacker. But
Oh,
it's tough. The injuries is tough. You know what I mean? But the Seahawks, like I said, they not just Geno, but them in total, the team has come back to earth. Um,
I think so.
yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna take the Lions on this one. It's one of those like the Dan Campbell's doing a great job with what he's got, and like
I
you
think
said,
so.
I see if the Lions can continue drafting well and picking up the right free agents, I can see the Lions actually having a resurgence. But
Yeah,
I just don't have faith in that ownership because of how they've treated past star players before in the past. You know, like Barry Sanders, Megatron. There was another player too. I can't remember who it is though.
yeah,
Just they had talent, but just all star talent, but just couldn't put anything around them. You know. So, well, continuing on, the Chargers at the Texans. And here's the interesting part: is if Justin Herbert's going to play, because last I read he was the he was a, it was he was a questionable for this last week, and the issue was because of where the which ribs they were, it affected like his mobility, like even just the throwing mobility. So I wouldn't be surprised if like he probably doesn't play this game, just for them because they're gonna look at the long run. Hey, I'd rather you miss a game or two than miss a month. You know, this is a Chargers team that literally is a playoff contender. You know, and he's the one that can keep them as playoff contenders. He has to be healthy for that. So I think if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's the thing, though. If he doesn't play, I feel like the Texans have a chance. I feel like they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, because like Chase Daniels over there. I know we actually had that conversation like in the group last week about Chase Daniels. Just the fact that like, I mean, he's been in the league like for so long, but he doesn't really have to do much. But he's not like he's like an amazing quarterback. So I mean, I don't know where you going on this one. I want to hear your thoughts on it.
I'm going with the Texans. I'm going with the Texans. I have a feeling that even if Herbert plays, they're gonna push it with him, and he's literally gonna get hurt. Like, and that's the thing with the NFL, because it's only like 18 weeks. Your margin for error is like very slim, and every game counts. And it's like I said before, if a player misses a month, that's a long time, because that's like at least 4 games.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one.
it's so tough because like I was thinking around the same just for the same reasons. Like I don't know if Herbert's going to play. Like if Herbert don't play, then like it's a wrap. Like, like if Herbert don't play, forget about it. It's going to be a long day for the Chargers if you don't play. Um, and the Chargers just can't seem to get it together. To be honest, like they can't seem to string it together. And now remember what I said earlier in the group chat. Joey Bosa's out indefinitely because he's getting groin
Groin.
surgery, torn groin. So Staley said that he's out and he's not returning anytime soon. So
I'm not
I think
surprised. Not
no, not
surprised.
either, not either. So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Texas too. I think I'm gonna double
Yeah.
up.
Justin had limited practice today.
Who did?
Justin.
Uh,
Yeah, it's still limited, and like I said, he's one hit away. Like from what I read, it was like even though he wore the protective pads, it's still like a discomfort,
right.
So like I think I heard somebody say he's a tough one, but when it affects your throwing motion, I don't know. I mean, for a quarterback, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But you say Texans as well.
Yeah, I'm going Texans.
All right.
I'm going Texans. Yo, what is with these matchups this week? Like, this is what,
Bro,
like,
this
I
this
don't
is this
even
is this is this is difficult because of the fact that the
like,
Colts actually decided to play football and they beat the Chiefs. You had to
I
take them
don't even
slightly
want to do
serious.
this. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, this is frustrating now. Like, it started off fun week one, and now it's like I don't what was to do with this. Like, the Giants beat the Texans last week, or Titans week one. So I'm like, all right, Titans aren't that good. And then the Colts, who we all thought were going to be like a
Decent.
really good team this season, now all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, now like we can't get it together. We can't beat the We got dominated by the Jaguars, like 38-10 to the Jaguars, and they want to come back and win last week. Like to the you beating the Chiefs. Like what are we doing? Like I don't know where to go here.
And
I
the
just
Titans
don't
beat
know
the
where to go.
Raiders. Like, like what the hell are we doing here?
And the Raiders like stink. Like the Raiders like low key stink.
I
Like,
know. I don't get it. I have to watch I have to figure out what's going on with them. Pay attention to it more closely because it's like the whole thing was like Devontae's a missing piece for the offense, right? All right, cool. He's there, and I was like, and the way I was thinking, like, okay, Hunter Renfro had a good season last year without Devontae. You had Devontae in there. He pulls a double coverage. Hunter's numbers gonna go up, so you're literally gonna have like 2,000-yard receivers. That's not the thing.
Hunter's
Carr
out,
is
man.
like,
Hunter's out. I had him last week in fantasy. He was out. So I just don't know. Like Hunter's out, but you still have Devontae and you still have Waller. So like you should still be able to, and like you still have your run game. Like, so I don't know. I just don't know. The Raiders can't continue to get it together in typical Raider fashion. Like I might have to go. Oh man, this is tough. I might have to go Colts on this one. I really might have to go Colts on this one. Oh man. Well, for everybody watching, well, Paul's back.
there you
For everybody watching, Paul is currently standing in the middle of the storm. The
I'm at
hurricane is going
Hurricane
on.
Ian.
Yeah, Paul's in the middle of the hurricane right now. So if we have experienced any technical difficulties, it will be because we're recording this podcast while Paul is in the middle of a hurricane. And so he will be jumping back and forth between his desktop and his phone. So please bear please bear with him.
All right, so that was which game was that one? That was
The Colts and the Texans.
the
No,
Titans.
Titans. I always get them mixed up.
It's
Colts
all
and
right.
Titans. And I went Colts before you got kicked off. I went Colts.
You went Colts. Oof.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. It's because of the fact that like they're both
I
so
don't.
erratic right now. They're not stabilized. But I
It's a
have a
it's a crapshoot. It's a crapshoot,
but
and I picked one.
I have a feeling the Colts kind of figured it out. But then you have the Matt Ryan like factor in there, and the thing is, Matt Ryan's not like he used to be ever since like I don't know. Either he signed that big massive contract or that Super Bowl loss. I don't know. Take your pick. It could be anything. Like he just hasn't been the same. He's not Matty Ice. I never understood why I call him Matty Ice. I didn't. That's a whole separate conversation. Let me not even go there. I digress. Let me stop. Um, I'm gonna have to go with the Colts as well, even though I was about to get to a rant about Matt Ryan. Um, because of the fact that I just don't. The Titans are like a one trick pony, and that one trick pony is like on three legs right now. So
You're terrible.
why?
A one trick pony on three legs.
I'm like, yo,
Oh
what?
my god.
All right.
You got the next ones.
I'm trying to log to the computer. It just came back up.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're you're a trooper.
Yep. The dedication, man. The dedication.
I feel
You
you,
went
the
through the store.
dedication. I
E is
feel
coming
that.
in. He's like, I
Knocking at the
think
door.
I think it's a combination. It's been built a combination of Philly fans, Cowboy fans, uh, Patriot fans. Who else? Who
Uh,
else? Who else? Quarterback did I shit on this all season? uh,
Let's see. You did the Bengals. You did the Vikings, the Browns, Commanders, the Seahawks, the Titans, Colts.
yeah,
Did that one, that one. I mean, I'm on ESPN if you want me to do it, or if you got it coming up, then
that's
that's
coming
up
up.
to you. All right. Oh man, I'm looking at the matchups right now on ESPN, trying to get an idea of just what I want to do or where I want to go with even some of these. I'm trying to I'm getting ahead of the game right now. I was reading Field Yates put out a tweet earlier, and Field Yates put up something earlier saying that Jonathan Taylor didn't practice today for the Colts. Um, Christian McCaffrey didn't practice. Dalvin Cook didn't practice. DeAndre Swift didn't practice, and David Montgomery didn't practice. And then he said J.K. Dobbins, A.J. Dillon, Miles Sanders, Damon Pierce, and Melvin Gordon were all limited in practice. So just if they want to let that factor into your decisions.
Mm.
I'm just thinking, because I definitely picked up Khalil Herbert. Definitely picked him up in fantasy. And if David Montgomery doesn't play this week, I may just play him, even though he's facing the Giants. The Giants actually, the Giants defense hasn't been bad this year. The first two games they played pretty well. They played the first half of the Cowboys game, and had me and Benji got into a pod over that, I would have. I'm not going to talk about the Giants game. We're not going to get into all that. If we do a Giants podcast, we'll get into it. But yeah, we played well the first half of the game. Oh, we have a special guest, people. We have a special
What's
guest
good,
joining.
nigga? What's good, nigga?
we have we have Stink Meter himself joining us on the podcast.
What it do, baby? What's
Dang,
good? What's
where's this
good?
guy been at?
Good. Work. Work. That's where I've been at.
This man came in hot in the group chat. Drop the link. I'm in here. They kicked the door and everything.
Yes,
Listen,
Dang.
I'm down 2 glasses of whiskey. I don't got much to do tomorrow. I got time today.
This man is feeling himself. I dig it.
I got time today. What I miss?
Oh Lord. Me and Paul going to the group, going to all the picks. Well,
yep,
shoot,
Well,
if
I
you like
mean,
to spitfire your picks, we could always do that.
yep.
I'm always game.
Because we have it set up. We have a special guest entry as well too, just in case for everybody else.
Yeah, that's it.
Honestly,
Paul,
I
head
want the
back.
Colts to win this game. I want the Colts to win this game because I got Michael Pittman on my fantasy team. So I have vested
Always for
interest.
fantasy purposes. Always.
Yeah, only. But I do honestly think the Titans kind of got right this last game. I think they'll continue to get right. I don't trust the Colts defense, truthfully, to stop Derrick Henry. But I also don't trust the Colts offense because honestly, between quote unquote Matty Ice, I don't even know. Like Paul said, he had the name for like one year, and then he choked. So like we shouldn't even be calling him Matty Ice. I don't know what the hell to call him at this point. Your man is
I,
honestly him and Joe Flacco are probably in the same boat to me.
Me and my brother always make the joke when a person goes past their prime, they lose their nickname and they just go back to their regular name. Like when Vince Carter was past his prime, he was no longer VC. He was just Vince Carter. It's over. Like
Yeah, man. Like
he's just Matt Ryan now. Like you're no longer Matty Ice. You're just Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
Same
but
with
he
T
only
Mac
had
in the
like one.
NBA. I mean, to be honest, I say this all the time, and you guys have always heard me say this. I believe that he's overrated anyway. I always believe Matt Ryan was
I'd
overrated.
I'd 100% agree, and I'd even go as far as to say
Mm-hmm.
the Colts should probably look to lose as much as possible this season, just because of the fact. If you look at the Titans, right? The Titans already have their quarterback of the future. The Colts have nobody. They have what? Jacob Eason, who I'm not even sure is still on the team at this point.
I think he's on the Seahawks.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, imagine this offense with a young, athletic quarterback. Like, I'm not even talking about CJ Strauss. I'm not even talking about Bryce Young. I'm talking about Richardson, possibly. If they fall within the top 10, like Richardson's a real possibility. He's raw, yes, but he would be electric in this offense. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm at this point, like I believe the Colts, and then on top of that, you got Shaq Leonard, who's not even back from back surgery. Like I honestly, it'd be hard for me to bet the Colts at this point. Like I would go all in on the Titans, just because we know what the Titans are. Like they're maybe an 8-9 team, maybe a 9-8 team. Like they're not special at all.
Titans.
So they decide to go all in on Malik Willis.
I don't know, man. That's interesting. That's interesting to take there.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Something different.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Something different.
First game of the week. Dolphins Bengals. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think the Bengals kind of got right against the Jets, but I just don't think they have enough on the offensive line. And the Dolphins defense has been killer this entire, like they are gonna get after Joe Burrow. Like he had a break last week, and I'm a Jets fan, so I can say it. He had a break last week. He was able to get right. He's about to get abused by that Dolphins offensive line. And then when he decides to throw, like those safeties are gonna kill him. Like I honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Jamar Chase had another horrid game. Shout out to Sauce, because Sauce shut homeboy down.
Yeah.
Straight up. And if you don't want to believe it, then you didn't watch the game. Homeboy got shut down.
Vikings versus Saints.
I don't trust the Saints offense. Like I really don't. I'm sorry. Any offense led by Jameis Winston, I don't trust you. Like you could literally be a 500-yard team.
But didn't you pick the Saints, Paul?
Yes, because they're playing the Browns. They're playing the Vikings. They're playing the Vikings.
Again,
the Vikings.
I think again, the Vikings. As long as they're not playing on Monday night, I can trust the Vikings. If the Vikings play on Monday night, they're fucked.
This is a 1 o'clock game.
Night, so I'm gonna go with the Vikings on that one. Now, mind you, I also have Cameron Jordan on my fantasy team, so I hope Cameron Jordan gets like 17 sacks, but the Vikings still win.
The only reason I picked the Saints is because I just don't trust the Vikings.
I don't trust the Vikings, but I trust the Saints even less.
Oh, I know, but the thing is, you have Kirk Cousins on the side and you have Jameis Winston, so it's like a matter of, okay, who's going to make the less amount of mistakes?
It's put it this way. Am I going to take the guy that's going to give me, like, mediocre, or I'm going to take the guy who's going to either suck or not suck as bad?
Yeah, you can go either way. I mean,
terrible.
Oh, I know. I'm not surprised, bro. People are like, he
surprised, bro.
He threw 5,000 yards and 30 TDs and 30 interceptions. One great year doesn't mean he's like the man. Like, no.
He's never had a great year. Like, I don't understand what this great year is. It's not a great year. You can throw 30 touchdowns, great. You throw 30 interceptions, it's not a great year, fam. Like, I'm sorry. No, you can give me all the numbers you want. He was fucking terrible.
No. People like, oh, but he won Florida State. College is different. You cannot compare college to the pros.
You really can't. Like,
you can't.
If anything, Chip Kelly proves that college is different. Chip Kelly's actually a successful coach in college. Can't fucking sniff the NFL ever again. Same thing with Nick Saban. Sorry. I said it.
Oh, I agree with you. And I think it's more like he doesn't want to do it either because of the fact that it's more of he doesn't deal with the egos in the NFL. Like, yeah, there's egos, but you have to learn how to work with them. Nick Saban is not that type of coach. Just like he doesn't work well with quarterbacks. He doesn't work them. He doesn't build the quarterbacks. He just come in, manage my game, win the titles, and we're good. And get the fuck out. That's it.
I love how the top two quarterbacks are Ohio State and Alabama quarterbacks. I cannot wait for Paul's off-season fucking draft takes. This is gonna be fucking gold. This is going to be fucking gold.
Paul's a different animal when it comes to draft talk.
Oh my god,
he's a different animal. It's the best to just sit back and watch. It is the best. Oh my god. What's the next one, man? We got a quick fire of these for Jay.
Browns versus Falcons.
This
is what we're saying. This is the whole week is like this. The whole week is like this. It's like, shit.
This is literally like a coin
Yeah,
flip. This
yeah,
one's a
it's tough.
coin flip,
It's
hundred
tough.
percent. Because like the Falcons don't actually suck the way I thought they would, but the Browns also aren't as terrible as I think they are, but they're not as good as I think they are either.
Right.
Um, so I'm gonna go with the fact that I don't trust the Falcons defense. That's the biggest thing. Like I still, their defense still hasn't proved it yet, and Nick Chubb is probably the best running back in the league right now,
Yeah.
honestly. So I'm gonna go with just that and say that the Browns they probably win a game that they should have beat the Jets in against the Falcons.
Yeah. And like I said before, the fact that Nick Chubb went to them late in that round was ridiculous. But I kind of get it because of the injuries he had in
No,
college.
I mean, I get it, but also like I'm also looking at it from the fact of Mariota played great last game, but Arthur Smith, as good as an offensive mind as he still does not believe in Kyle Pitts as a number one receiver, and I will never understand it. So
It's
he's
like
not going to
it's like I said, Samoans are not meant to be quarterbacks. They're meant to be offensive linemen or defensive linemen, and that's it. If you're like Mariota, you should be a wrestler. Oos.
Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is 61.
Oh
Oh, on
shit!
deaf ear. Just real quick.
I'm about to get the Superman punch by Roman Reigns in a few.
Just
I'm
real
not
quick. Aaron Judge hit 61. Just in case you're interested.
finally. Jesus, so
Oh,
excited
nice,
media coverage.
nice.
Yeah.
God, finally. I'm like the only New Yorker that doesn't give a crap about the Yankees.
Bills and Ravens.
Oh, Bills. I think Lamar Jackson has a good game, but I honestly I find it very difficult to bet against the Bills, and I think last week was a fluke.
Yeah.
I think last week it was like they're riding too high on momentum. You know, it was the battle of like undefeated teams, and they had a busted up secondary. Their secondary doesn't come into play as much playing the fucking Ravens because, I mean, at this point, the Jets proved like you only got to contain Rashawn Bateman. Like you don't really have to do much.
Yeah.
And the Bills have more than enough weapons to score on them consistently, and that secondary is highly overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And their pass rush really isn't legit, honestly. Like
the Ravens,
they should have been. The Ravens pass rush isn't legit. I'm sorry. Like I have to be the person to just be straight. Like their pass rush is mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Like they literally only had 2 sacks on Joe Flacco, and he's not a moving target at all. You think you got 2 sacks on fucking Joe Flacco on a busted up offensive line? You really fucking think you're gonna tackle Josh Allen? Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me that's a fucking joke. Josh Allen about to tee up on for like fucking 600 yards on these hoes.
Have fun with this one, the Commanders and the Cowboys.
I'm gonna trust Michael Parsons on this one. And the funny thing is that like this one is one of those where I could see the Commanders winning just because you roll the dice and Carson Wentz has a good game. Like once every like 3 games he'll have a phenomenal game. So it's like this will be the game where he goes off and he looks legit, and the next game he throws for like 110 yards. So, like, here's the thing. My question is Brian Robinson clear yet? I don't believe he is. I don't believe he's clear yet.
I don't think so either.
Again, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys just because I trust their pass rush. And I trust nothing on the Commanders outside of Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin. Like I trust literally nothing else about that team until Brian Robinson's in uniform as their starting running back. Because what is it, Andre or Anthony Miller or Andre Miller, whatever the fuck his name is, garbage.
Who
the running back?
Running back?
Yeah, the Commanders running
Antonio
back.
Gibson.
There you go. That's his name. Garbage. Garbage.
Yeah,
I think he was a hybrid out. They should have kept him as a hybrid. He's not a full-time running back. Garbage.
No, he's better splitting time. He shouldn't be a 25-30 carry a guy a game.
Again,
For sure.
garbage.
That I agree with. But
garbage.
I'm not gonna say he's garbage, dude. He-
Until proven
he-
otherwise. Until proven otherwise.
I mean, you're also it's also Washington we're talking about. Like, like
Fair. Fair.
it's also Washington. Like,
Fair. Yeah.
it's also
You got to give
Washington.
him the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, like
Like,
the fact that Washington has all these first rounders on their defensive line, even though Chase Young is hurt, it's deplorable that they aren't even like top 10 in sacks. Like it is absolutely disgusting
they
how terrible
don't
the line is.
they don't play together because they stay arguing like every game. It's like Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne and Montez Sweat stay arguing with each other. But
Ridiculous. But again, I trust if there's no one else on that team that I trust two players on the Cowboys that'll win them the game, and that's CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons. Those are the only two players on the Cowboys I trust. Legitimately. Oh, and not Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith has played relatively well considering all things. Tyler Smith. I think he's their left tackle or right tackle.
oh yeah, Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
I could have swore I heard you say Tyler Swift. I was like, what?
No. Tyler. That's just me slurring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
the
Tyler
whiskey talk.
Smith. Tyler
That's the whiskey
Smith. He is a rookie left tackle, which I'm kind of upset about because Azeez Ojulari and Thibodeau did not get home at all last game.
Which
I know
I'm so surprised. I'm
it,
actually shocked at that one.
I mean, it was both of their first games. They're both coming off an injury. I get it. I get it. I think going forward will be better. And then I mean, just the lack of interior pressure too kind of killed us too because
Yeah.
Cat's not playing. So you just had Dexter Lawrence and he was getting double teamed and the other guy they had opposite him just wasn't good enough. Like Nick Williams and Jabari Ellis just weren't good enough. So I think moving forward, I was just upset too. I mean, Thibodeau beat Tyler one on one a couple of reps, but the reps were like, the reps that they did, like he didn't get home, but he got pressured. He got pressured on Cooper, but he didn't really get home. So it was like, yeah, you beat him one on one, but like the ball's still getting out too fast for you to get home.
Right.
So
Right. No, I get it.
what's the next ball?
Seahawks versus Lions. Da 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 da.
I'm going Detroit on this one. I trust Detroit on this one. 100%. I'm
Agreed.
trust Detroit. I think Detroit actually has a good team and good talent. They just got to get that defense. They got to get that defense and that pass rush right. And I think the Seahawks are the type of team where, like, yeah, could they tee off on you? Sure, but we still talking about Geno Smith here. Like, let's relax, guys. We're still talking about Geno.
What?
Just saying.
All out there that's watching, especially my boy Daryl. You big Geno Smith guy. I was never a Geno Smith guy. I was no. He ain't it. If he was it,
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad. He's not bad.
He's serviceable. He's serviceable.
Yeah.
He's serviceable.
But I mean, the fact that they're playing him over Drew Lock right now, it's like
It's a bad look for Drew Lock.
It is a bad look for
Wow.
Drew Lock because there ain't no way in hell Geno should have beat you out for that, bro. No way.
No.
I just want to take a second on a non-football but more somber note. And I just read that rapper Coolio passed away. Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't even. Oh God.
I want to play Gangsta's Paradise. If I do, we're gonna get.
Yeah, I know.
No, you can't do that.
Man, I know. Yeah, I'm just reading it just now. I got a text, and I'm looking all over. It's all over Facebook, not Facebook. It's all over Google and everything.
I wonder if I play the acapella.
That place is reported. CBS Los Angeles. 59.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I just saw me and Yim tweet it, so that's the only way I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn, that was not one I was expecting today.
No, surprised me. I would prefer to be DJ Academics, not for nothing.
Yeah, for real.
What the hell?
Cold world out here, bro.
I'm not even gonna ask why. That was just cold. Jesus.
On another side note, I heard that there's a possibility that Marvel may be bringing in Jordan Peele to direct the new Blade movie. Very excited.
Oh
I'm very
yes,
excited about this.
hope that
I
happens. I
hope,
really do.
I really hope that one happens.
All right,
That'll.
it's really bad thing
Hey,
real quick.
bro, they just got Keenan Allen back. Keenan Allen should play next week, bro. Like, if y'all don't win this game, the Chargers are in serious fucking trouble. Like, I respect the Texans. Like, they are scrappy as all hell.
Yeah,
Respect to the Texans. Like, they are scrappy, but we all know, they know, we know, they mama know, they grandmama know. There ain't enough talent on this team.
that's
Enough.
true. But like I
We
was
know
telling
that they're
Joe, Herbert
they
is
are poised for
literally
the
like
draft.
a hit away from being out because of those ribs. So
Yeah,
he has.
no.
So
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those situations where, like, I'm gonna go with the Chargers just because, like, there's no reason why they should lose this game. But the reason why they might lose this game is because they just put their left tackle on IR, and I don't know about this new guy. He might be a turnstile like Connor McDermott,
you know, if I
and
got something about Slater, I knew it was Slater. Yeah,
Justin Herbert might get lit up, and then he's out for the rest of the season. So, like, it's definitely a possibility. But I mean, as much as I like Davis Mills, as much as I like Brandon Cooks, as much as I like Nico Collins and all those other guys, like, they don't got enough talent to deal with the Chargers right now. And even without Joey Bosa, like, there still should be enough. Like, Khalil Mack by himself should be able to manhandle this offensive line. Like, there's no excuse. There's literally zero excuse. And if they lose and they go 1-4 or whatever, they need to hit the panic button badly.
yeah. But
And I
here's
know
the
they
thing,
just
though.
brought in a new coach, but they need to bring in
We
another
went
one.
Texas, bro. I'm not gonna lie, we went Texas
We went
on
I
this
know
Texas.
one.
I'm not
Like,
surprised by the choice, but my whole thing is they can't afford to lose this game. They
no,
can't.
they shouldn't have lost the other two though. Like, or other three. There's no reason for them to be losing these games in general. Like,
Well, I mean, again, you also got to look at it. The Bengals shouldn't have gone 0-2 either, but they got right when they
oh,
needed to
not at
get right.
all.
And that's what I'm saying. I think this is a get right game for the Chargers.
It is.
Next ball.
And we're up to date. It's the Bears. The Bears at the Giants.
If y'all fucking lose this game, I cliff full everything. I'm gonna
I'll
come to
go.
Jersey. I'm gonna come to Jersey and smack the hell out of you because there's no reason why y'all should lose this game. Now, listen, I understand that their record says one thing, but Chicago, like, Justin Fields has not played well. Chicago is literally starving for talent. They are injured just about every other fucking talented position they have. They don't have wide receivers right now. I think David Montgomery might even be hurt.
I think he's out. I think Khalil Herbert's gonna be still running back.
Come on, bro. Like, y'all don't even at this point. Daniel Jones don't even got to throw the damn ball. He don't got to throw. If he
Have you seen our offensive line? Have you seen our receiver room?
Give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Say it,
Have you
man.
seen their defensive line? They ain't doing a goddamn thing.
We
They
didn't
got
do nothing
Roquan
against.
Smith. That's
We
it.
didn't do nothing either.
They got Roquan Smith. That's it.
We didn't do nothing against Cooper Rush. Like,
Listen. Nah, bro. The Cowboys actually have a legit pass rush.
oh, their pass rush, yeah, their D line is a beast. I get that, but like, their freaking offensive line, like, we couldn't get home not once. Not once we could win a one-on-one.
Run the rock. Run the rock.
You ain't gotta tell me.
Run the rock.
You know Saquon's all about it.
Saquon the ball as much as possible because y'all ain't got no damn
Saquon,
receiver.
and Saquon's been balling the season so far, so you ain't gotta tell me.
Give Saquon the rock because y'all ain't got no damn receivers. So at this point, he's your only option on offense. Him and fucking Bellinger, believe it or not.
You know, I ain't going against my Giants, especially not on this one. I'm taking my Giants.
There's no reason why, unless
No,
Justin Herbert magically.
This is it's a very winnable game. It's a very we almost beat the Bears last year when we had freaking Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm and them playing. Like,
at this point, unless Justin Fields magically learns how to hit his receivers in stride accurately, and this is the game where magically he discovers accuracy. There's no reason. There's no reason for y'all to lose this game.
No, we shouldn't lose. I know we shouldn't lose. Like, I'm going with my Giants.
I'm gonna go with the
Giants.
What about you? I'm 100% gonna go with the Giants on this one.
Oh, here we go. The deep
Now
sigh.
he gonna be on some shit.
He's about to break it down. Go ahead. Let's hear it, Swami.
It's the Bears, man. The Bears.
Come on, Stephen A. Today.
It's a mobile quarterback. It's gonna give you fits. He's not. No.
You ain't sit up
No.
here and go back to back on top edge rushers to sit up here and tell me a mobile quarterback's gonna give you fits. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
It's
I
the
wanna hear that.
Giants. It's the
I don't wanna hear-
Giants.
It's also what the hell is the name of your defensive coordinator?
Who, us?
Wade Martindale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wink Martindale.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear no excuses, bro.
Wink
don't
is
tell me
pissed.
Okay. This is what I have to
Don't tell
remember.
me about the jersey that they got on right now.
This is you have to remember. There is no tape on Justin Fields. There is no way to scheme for Justin Fields right now. Just like every
you got
I'm gonna
3
tell you
weeks worth of tape on Justin Field. What the hell you
Come
doing?
3
on
weeks
now.
is not enough. 3 weeks is not enough.
He ain't
How
played
many
all
times?
last season.
How many
He
times
played all
have?
last season, too.
How many? How many
played
games
all
he
last
played? Like,
season.
how many games last season?
He played at least 10 games last season. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, and where are his weapons? They're all gone.
He
has
ain't got no weapons now. So what the hell that mean?
Last season he had
Even
weapons.
if he had weapons, he couldn't hit him. He
Who?
couldn't hit the backside of a damn barn.
Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Justin
no,
Fields
I
couldn't hit the
don't.
backside
I'm
of a damn
saying.
barn right
I'm
now.
saying. Who did he have? He had like Aaron Robinson, and didn't do anything with it.
Darnell Mooney.
So,
He had
yeah, Darnell Mooney still,
I know, but that's all he has. Last year,
and he has even less.
Last year, he had some games. Darnell Mooney played good when Robinson was in. When he was out, he had trouble because he was getting double covered. Now this year, with nobody else but him, there is nothing's gonna happen. Justin Fields is gonna have to run that damn ball and figure things out. The Giants are gonna have fits with him. I'm telling you.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm taking the Bears. Yeah,
Go ahead.
That's all right.
Go
You
ahead.
can take the Bears,
just like you do on the wrestling takes, and take a big fat L on that one too.
You can take the Bears, but that's just horrible reasoning behind
That
it.
is terrible.
I just don't think the Giants and plus the Giants also just lost Sterling Shepard for the year.
Like I said, Daniel Jones ain't got to throw the ball one time. He ain't got to throw the ball one goddamn time.
You really want to put your money on Daniel Jones?
12 personnel. Fuck Daniel Jones. 12 personnel. Give it to Saquon. Move the fuck out the way. Matter of fact, you go in front of him. You be 13 and you block 2. You hand the ball over. You get around the offensive line and you block 2, Daniel. Everybody block for Saquon. We gonna run Saquon. Saquon gonna have 400 yards on the ground. We can run it through Saquon completely.
I'll give you this. Saquon's gonna have over 100 yards. He'll have
Saquon gonna have 250.
one or two touchdowns.
250.
One or two touchdowns, and that's it. That's
3 touchdowns. 250.
I'll take Justin Fields over Daniel Jones any day. The fact that the Giants have Daniel Jones is the issue. You have to throw the ball, man.
No, you
and he's gonna take off. He's gonna take off. And he's probably gonna trip on his own damn feet. And he's probably gonna fumble that shit.
Just don't fumble.
You clearly haven't watched Daniel Jones this year. We haven't lost the game because of Daniel Jones.
He's due.
Exactly.
He's
not playing dumb.
He is due.
No, he hasn't played dumb this year. Like this past game wasn't on Daniel Jones.
Oh no, I know it wasn't. But that brother is due. That boy is
I actually feel bad for Daniel Jones because without weapons, you can't really evaluate him. He just don't have the team around him to evaluate him.
The thing is, Sterling Shepard is always getting hurt, and it's like, and this is why I always have this conversation. Turf is not what you should be playing on.
We could have that conversation for hours.
Yeah, I'm not having that conversation about MetLife turf now, man. We're doing
predictions. It's not even MetLife turf. It's just turf in general. But let's go on. The Jags at the Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles. The Eagles look legit. Like I think the Jags put together.
Don't play with them Jags though, boy.
No,
I know. I was about to say. What the Jags are doing is legit. The Jags have been looking good, but I just think the Eagles are one of the more complete teams in the league right now. I think it's going to be a good game.
Mature team.
I think they're going
to go with the Eagles because the Eagles are a more mature team.
You know what's funny?
Jags right now are very new, very fresh. They're well coached, and they don't make dummy mistakes. But I think that I think the Eagles right now just are more talented right now. But I do, again, long term, the Jags will definitely be more talented. But right now, with the pieces that they have right now, the Eagles are just a better team.
I would say
I think it's going to come down to talent.
We're doing week predictions. I can't care about 5 years down the line right now.
Right.
I care about what's
One
coming
of
on
those
this
where
stuff.
I trust Jalen Hurts not to screw up versus Trevor Lawrence winning them the game against that defense. I don't think Trevor Lawrence can beat that defense by himself.
Not
If
yet.
he does, more power to him.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, no, he's not there yet. Like next year, he'll probably bust his defense ass. Not gonna front, but not this year. Not this year.
This is tough because when the schedules came out, you saw this game, you're like, oh, this is a shitty ass game. But now it's like, yo, this is an interesting game. Like, this is interesting. You want to see what Trevor can do against his defense.
Just bust two legit supposedly playoff teams' ass by 20 points. Then it's like, oh shit, okay, well, this team is legit. Like this team's saying something. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like I don't. The only way that the Eagles lose this game is if their coach gets out coached by Doug Peterson,
or like, Jalen Hurts come back to earth.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind though. Like I don't look at Jalen Hurts like.
I think he's just playing well.
He's playing with
he's cleaned up his game.
He has better weapons. He has better.
He does, but he cleaned up his game. He cleaned up his game in the offseason.
He's not making mistakes. That's really what it is. He's not making mistakes. And who's covering AJ Brown? That's what I want to know.
It don't matter because if whoever's covering AJ Brown, you got to worry about Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and then if you're not worried about Devontae Smith, you got to worry about Dallas Goedert. So like,
are we all going Eagles here?
Yep. How the fuck y'all gonna figure it out? Good luck.
I mean, I'll be serious. Like I said, if this game was next year, a year after Trevor Lawrence has more time in this offense, you could make a case for the Jags over the Eagles.
Because then they probably drafted a receiver by now next to Christian Kirk. Then yeah, okay. And they probably would have got some more offensive line help. Then yeah,
Still think they overpaid Christian Kirk, but it's a dumb conversation.
Listen, it's looking good right now. It's looking like I overpaid.
All right. Oh shit, Jay. All right, I'm gonna say this. There are rumors he could start this Sunday.
There's no rumors. It's confirmed, motherfucker.
Can we just push that shit back another week? Just one more week.
No.
Not on this one. Not on this one.
No.
The way the Steelers play, man.
I'm going all in, bro. I'm going all in. I listen. If you can't beat Mitchell Trubisky, we got problems.
No, I know.
Here's the thing: the problem is not the offense. The problem is not the offense. The offense is 18th in the NFL right now. The problem ain't the offense. That's the craziest thing about this. Is the problem ain't the offense. The defense got to get right. Defense got to get right.
They got to clean up, and I'm not worried about that.
Right. And this has got to be a get right game for them against Mr. Trubisky. Like you got to pay. This defense has to step up to the point where they have to put in Kenny Pickett. Like this to me is the game that's going to determine how I see the defense the rest of the year. I'm not worried about the corners. We got great corners. Statistically, we got great corners all the way around. We're top ranked in terms of corners. In terms of QBR versus our corners.
DJ is like number 2 in regards to like passes thrown his way. Yeah. Yep. Like number Michael 2 in the entire league.
MC2 playing great. Sauce playing phenomenal. Our safeties are hot garbage. Our linebackers are subpar, and our defensive line can't get home. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
At this point,
the only reason I worry about this game is because the Steelers are like that. They're knock your head off team.
You're right. They are a knock your head off team.
Yeah. So
it's at this point. At this point we can't make any more excuses for the kid. He's got to play. Whether he does good, if he plays bad, all right, cool, knocking off the rust. But at the same time, they got to find a way to win, because at this point, you look at the tape from the last 3 games. Elijah Moore's getting open, Garrett Wilson's getting open, Tyler Conklin's getting open. Joe's just too fucking slow to hit him. That's not an excuse no more. You got the fastball, You got the ability to run. You got the ability to scramble. There's no everything that we gave Joe for the first 3 games does not exist right now. Zach's got to come in. He's got to play his game. Period. And they can't drop his fucking passes. Like
that's gonna be an issue.
On this one. I gotta go with the Jets on this one.
That's an adjustment, and they need to make that adjustment quickly.
What?
Because that was what happened with the Niners. That happened to the Niners. Trey Lance went down, and the first thing the receiver said they had to adjust to that ball.
That's
because cute. when Trey throws it, it's a freaking rocket.
Right.
Because it knows his own strength. Doesn't know about when to adjust it hard.
That's nice.
Jimmy G is he knows how to put that touch on that.
You got 1 quarter to adjust. Figure that shit out.
So it's that
you got
to adjust it. The receivers will be fine. I think the receivers will be fine.
Notice, I have not mentioned Corey Davis because I know he's going to drop something. I know this nigga going to drop something. He's probably going to drop 2 passes this game.
When does he not, bro? When does he not?
He's going to drop 2 passes this game. My biggest thing is, can we neutralize their safeties? Because I'm not even that worried about the offensive line because Zach's going to have to move because we're going to have – because, again, at this point, we have the decent enough offensive line. It's just Lincoln Tomlinson. We got to figure out which Lincoln Tomlinson we're going to get and who the fuck is playing left tackle this week. I don't know. Can't tell you. I don't know. No idea.
My thing here is if Zach can get the ball to the receivers.
There's no reason why he can't.
Because, like you said, the Garrett Wilson was rookie player of the week. I think was week 2.
The week he played the Brown, week 2, yeah.
Week 2, rookie player of the week.
Right. And Joe still missed him 3 times. Joe, he should have had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, so it's like the guys are there, the receivers are there, the weapons are there. He has to be able to get that ball out there to them. It gets there faster, fine, whatever. It's a harder pass, fine. The guys will catch the ball. They just gotta like we've been saying, they gotta adjust to it.
We need to see Tampa. We need to see Tampa Bay Zach, and it's that simple.
The only one I see having issues catching that ball is Corey Davis because he just always has issues catching the ball. So that's a given. I need to see Zach Wilson because he needs to just quiet a lot of those doubters in there. Because I hate going into these damn Jets groups, and they literally
That's why
it's
all muted. That's why all
annoying.
Muted.
It's annoying. That's the reason. If you go to these rooms and you hear these people talk out, then you see why the coach would literally say, "I got receipts.
Yeah,
I'm holding on receipts." That's why. Because literally a majority of the fan base is always bitching about something. They want Joe Flacco in, Mark White in, or Strivler in. Like, what the fuck? Like, even since before Zach Wilson got hurt.
Yep.
Like, going out preseason games, bro. Preseason games.
I tell you right now, I guarantee you, first possession, Zach's gonna go 3 and out. Everybody's gonna call for his job.
They'll go put Flacco back in there.
Yeah, no, they're gonna call for it. Again, my biggest concern is not Zach Wilson because the offense hasn't been terrible. My biggest, can the defense get right? Is the defense gonna get right? Can we stop with the bullshit plays? Can we stop with the bitching and the moaning, please? Like, we can't sit up here. And it's funny because I can say this because it's not the rookies. It's not the young guys. It's the vets that we paid to actually make plays for us are the guys that aren't making plays. JFM can't have stupid plays like that. LaMarcus Joyner can't continue to have stupid plays like that. Jordan Whitehead can't continue to miss tackles like that. Corey Davis can't get fucking personal fouls like that because he's out here getting upset. Fucking stupid. It's stupid. Put your fucking ego aside.
I told Joe last week, I was like, Joe, that Bengals game is a trap game. I won't be surprised if we lose that game. It was a trap game. And it's what it was. Because it's 2 parts. Because we beat the Browns. We're supposed to beat the Browns. And the Bengals are not that bad. They're not supposed to have that record. They were going to get out of it sooner or later. And I just hated it. It was going to be us. It was literally like a moment where it was just going to happen. Like, you know.
But that's the thing. It's not like the Bengals played. It's not like the Bengals played well enough to beat us. It's literally Jeff Ulbrich decided not to play too high when it's statistically proven Joe Burrow does not play well against too high. And then Rob Saleh had to make an excuse for him. we shouldn't have. They shouldn't have had that first touchdown with Tyler Boyd. But fucking for some odd reason, as an NFL veteran, you decide not to wrap up, sir.
Is this an NFL pick show or is it turned to a Jets podcast? What are we
Sorry.
doing here?
Sorry.
Just,
I'm just responding to Paul.
All
I
right.
already told you what my pick was. I already told
just
you my pick.
Yeah, he said Jets. I'm glad we lost last week. We got that shit out the door. We got the trap game out. I want to see Zach Wilson in this one offense now. The way the rest of the team's been playing, it's literally set up for him to just slide in and take over. And a lot of those plays that were missed before should be connecting because it's him and he is more mobile. So he should have more time, give the receivers more time to get open if they're not, or to get a little more separation. It is Trubisky as well, like Jay said. So I will stay with my Jets on this one. I feel like we have a chance on this one. I would have loved to hear Brett on this one too, though.
I'm gonna just go Steelers. I'm just gonna keep it short. That's all I got. I think it's just gonna be Zach Wilson's first game back. Knock off a little rust. Might be a little rusty. That's all. But other than that, I'm just gonna go Steelers on this one. Nice game. You guys covered everything there was.
Packers at the Patriots.
I'm going Packers.
You're right. Is Mac Jones playing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Day to day.
I don't know.
Well, I think his back and his his ankle. I think it was now too.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A little bit of high ankle sprain.
Regardless, the Patriots. You talk about a team that doesn't have weapons. Like Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry are both inconsistent, and Hunter's always getting hurt. What's his name? N'Keal Harry's banged up. I don't know if he's even there anymore. Is N'Keal Harry still there?
No,
I don't know.
N'Keal Harry's on Chicago.
Right. What's his name is there now? Devontae Parker. He had a decent game last week, but he's one of the most inconsistent receivers in the entire league. Has been the whole time, his whole career on the Dolphins. What's the guy? Jacoby Myers. I think he's out because he was out last week. He didn't play. And then their offensive line isn't amazing. It's decent. They have no weapons to me. There's no offensive line. And again, like you said, and especially if Mac Jones doesn't play on top of all of that, then nah. I'm good. I'll take the Packers.
I'll go with the Packers too.
Yeah, I got to go with AA on that one.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
This is what's funny. This is what's even more funny. Before the season started, everybody was like, "Yo, we can't wait to watch this game. Can't wait to watch this game." Now it's like Jay, it's like just laughing, what the fuck.
You know what? I'm just gonna go with the Raiders and hopefully they get their first win. It's in Vegas. I hope Derek Carr and Devontae Adams can get it together. I don't know. I'm just gonna go Raiders here and hopefully they get their first win out. That's what I'm gonna go with. Maybe they'll finally figure it out.
I gotta go with the Raiders on this one. There's no way. There's no way.
The Broncos, you scored 11 points last week. I don't know what that is. I'm going Raiders here. Simple and plain for me. Jay's going Raiders. Paul, where are you going?
Broncos. Broncos. I just think Eric Carr is forcing into Devontae too many times instead of just spread the ball out, and he'll get to Devontae when he can. He's just forcing it. It's just messing up everything. So I'll go with the Broncos on this one. Cards at the Panthers.
Oh God, what the fuck is?
Yeah, these are just ugly games this week.
Oh my!
Just ugly.
I bet you this one's gonna be like a 14-13 finish.
Here's a crazy thing, Jay. So Dolphins versus Bengals is a Thursday game. Everything else is a 1:00 game. Packers, Patriots, Broncos. Packers game, the Broncos game, and the Cardinals game or 4 o'clock game. There's only 4 o'clock games this Sunday.
So I'm not
That's
watching
it.
football after 4 o'clock. Right.
You
I'm not watching football after four
I'm
o'clock.
going Cardinals, man. I'm going Cardinals. Where are we
Fuck, I'm
going?
going with the Panthers. I'm gonna
Okay,
fucking wing it. I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
why not?
I think Baker Mayfield finally goes over 200 yards and maybe throws a touchdown.
I'm going
There you
Cardinals.
go.
I think Kyler Murray's gonna go off on this one.
I think DJ Moore's got to get off, bro. DJ Moore's got to get off, bro.
He's supposed to, but let's see what
I don't
happens.
know.
8 o'clock
Anything
game.
else?
Chiefs versus
Oh,
Bucks. 8 o'clock
oh.
game.
Come on,
Uh,
Patty Ice. Come on, Patty. Patty got to
This
get.
is going to be interesting because of the
Patty gotta
hurricane
get-
right now. So let's see what happens.
Ain't they supposed to like play in Miami or something if the hurricane is there, or like is all of Florida engulfed in Ian's wrath at this point?
I think they did evacuate to somewhere else.
I haven't heard it yet, but if this is played here, I'll be nice to see it. I'm not gonna go watch it, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
If it's in
Let's
Tampa, I might take it to the Bucks because they get every call they want in Tampa.
That's
Like-
facts. That's facts.
Like they get every. Obviously it's in Tampa at
No,
Bucks.
but it says it may move to Minneapolis due to Hurricane Ian. This is
If
after
if they
God
move it,
damn.
if they move it to a neutral site, yeah, that's kind of like why would you like
Like,
you can't
what
like
the
I don't know. Like are the Jags away? If the Jags are away, why couldn't you just play in Jacksonville or something like that?
because it's
Oh.
going towards Jacksonville.
Ah,
Yeah,
ah.
mean,
the hurricane.
Could've went
The
to
hurricane
New
literally. The hurricane was supposed to hit Tampa, but then it actually hit it more like 2 hours south of us, like Fort Myers, and the trajectory is like Fort Myers up through Orlando up to Jacksonville. So by the time it gets to Jacksonville, it's like a tropical storm, which is still windy, but not like 100 miles an hour windy. You know what I mean?
They
So-
could have went to like New Orleans, bro. That's closer to Minneapolis.
It's
like,
it's a maybe. They're saying. I think they're probably gonna check out the field and everything else.
listen,
Friday,
go to
Saturday?
damn college stadiums. Y'all got like there's like 37,000 colleges or some shit like that between y'all and Minneapolis. Like y'all could call somebody college or some shit like that. Come on now. No motherfuckers gonna be cool come Saturday.
Yeah, it
Stop
depends. It depends if there's too much damage to the stadium. But
Again, drive y'all ass to the next state
yeah,
and go right to somebody else's stadium. Y'all not that far from nobody else.
bro, Bama's right there. You have Atlanta. Atlanta's not playing home, are they? Atlanta's playing hosting the Browns. Saints are hosting the Vikings.
Okay, so there's gonna be a game. Yeah, just call fucking Saban. He owe y'all a favor. Call Saban ass.
Ah,
all right, Joe. Who you got, Joe?
I'm gonna go if it's in Tampa. I'm gonna. Oh, it's so tough. If it gets, you know what? I'm going Chiefs. I want to go Chiefs on this one. They lost to the Colts. They're not happy about it. Pat's gonna come out and try to throw for 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. And the Bucks offense hasn't looked impressive this year, honestly. Like
Nope.
they
They're
with that whole game, we thought like it was gonna be Denver versus the Saints. It was gonna be like 50-49. It was like 7-3. So the Bucks offense has not looked impressive. The defense is good, but their offense hasn't looked impressive this year. So I think the defense will try to keep them in it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs here. I think Pat Mahomes is gonna try to go crazy. So I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. Keep it short. I'm gonna go Chiefs because I don't trust Tampa Bay as a team right now. Not against a team like the Chiefs. And I think
Who are mad. Who are mad.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna figure out that running game because that running game has been garbage.
And Paul's gonna go Bucks. We already know.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Go ahead and do it.
I'm going Chiefs on this one. Like I said, it's like I said it before. Like this, like you thought this division would have been like easier to decide, but this division, the Bucks, the NFC South, it's just like a tailspin. It's like who's gonna win it? And it's crazy to say that when you have the Falcons in that division as well, and the Falcons like, you know. And yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. I just don't see. I don't see the Bucks pulling out of this one yet. The offensive woes is just crazy. Even though Tom Brady broke two iPads, or sorry, tablets.
All right, to the last game. What we got?
The
Oh
Battle of the
Lord,
Bay.
Lord have mercy.
The Rams versus the Niners. Lot of
I'm gonna
mercy.
I'm gonna just keep it short, and I'm saying I'm going Rams because
Same.
did you see what happened on that Niners Broncos game? Yeah,
What was it? 11-10.
yeah. Like I'm going Rams here.
Yeah,
Uh,
bro.
the Broncos defense is decent, but they're not amazing, and that offense is not getting it going. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rams here. Jay said you going Rams.
Yep. Short and simple.
Paul.
Like 49ers just don't got it right now.
Yeah, you got Aaron Donald on that side of the defense, bro. It's just like you can't ignore that. That man, it's a man amongst children. It's crazy to say it because linemen aren't small, but Aaron Donald is a game changer, man. As long as he's playing,
Mhm.
that line is dangerous. That line is dangerous.
Well,
So
another week in the books. Oh,
Hurricane
hopefully,
Ian and all. Let's go.
hopefully, I can win more than 4 games this week. Hopefully, and then Jay. Well, we'll keep the guest counter. We'll keep,
There you
we'll,
go.
we'll keep so in case it's Jay or next week maybe Benji pops on or maybe Brett pops on and does
Yeah,
do guest appearances.
I don't know what my schedule looking like for like the next 6 months. So we gonna
Yeah,
see.
whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see who pops on. We'll just we see if me and Paul can beat the guests. All right. Well, another week in the books. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, follow, comment. I don't know. Paul will be where are you going?
Paddleboat and
Rowing?
canoeing, probably.
You're going to
I
be
don't know.
canoeing through the storm tomorrow on your next podcast? What do you? Oh,
Yeah.
I guess.
If I have power. If I have
did,
power.
did you feed the hamsters? Feed those hamsters, Paul.
Nah, man. They took the cheese already. Took the cheese.
Listen, bro, just make sure you don't randomly get like no gators coming down your street.
Oh wait, you didn't see the video? Oh, you see the video? There's a video over in Fort Myers. There's a shark that actually made their way to the streets because it's so flooded.
Hell no.
You see the sharks?
Hell no. See, that's why you ain't never getting my ass in Florida. Ain't no
All
way in
right.
hell.
It's been fun. Gotta go. Love you guys. See you next time. Good night, everybody.